Well, taking a flight in the friendly skies may have gotten just a little bit louder. The FCC just announced that they are lifting the ban on cell phones during flights, citing that there is no interference with the aircraft system, something aviation insiders have been saying for a while. But the elevated phone chatter may be another issue, still might be on hold as the Obama administration is trying to ban the FCC's action. Well, joining us now to talk about that is American Airlines flight attendant Robert Valenta. He's also the D.C. union rep for the Flight Association of Professional Flight Attendants. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, people have a lot of emotional issues about this particular story as well, because there is this whole debate about whether they should be allowed to use the cell phones or should it be quiet in the aircraft. But let's put that aside, and as a person who acts on my behalf to keep me safe, talk to me about safety, and does this interfere with it?
Well, we think it's an absolutely awful idea for several reasons, but yes, it does impact safety. There's many circumstances when you're gonna need your flight attendants to guide you in emergency situations, and if people are distracted with phone conversations, we're not going to be able to get to those people and lose valuable time in a possible emergency.
Not to mention the time that would probably be taken up giving instructions, correct, for being able to prepare for an emergency?
That is absolutely correct. Time is of the essence, and if we are given a certain amount of time to prepare the people for a possible evacuation of an aircraft, every second is valuable, and to have to go through and get people to pay attention, get them off their phone, because probably they're not going to hear the announcements about the urgency of the situation. That's going to take very valuable time that could really end up costing a situation.
I know you don't have a crystal ball, but you've been flying the skies for a while. What do you think will happen once this rule is lifted officially? Do you think that it will become a louder cabin, or will people use common sense?
I don't think anybody's going to be using common sense. We can't rely on the public for that. Anybody who goes out and flies knows the stress of flying these days. This will take that element up so much more for the comfort of passengers. For those of us that work in the airline industry, we want to keep it as safe and as comfortable as possible, and that will completely take this away from us. So we're really hoping that this does not go any further than it is, just the talk, and we really want to keep the ban on. There's other ways to communicate. People have access to in-flight Wi-Fi. They can send messages. We certainly don't have a problem with that, but to have a lot of chatter in the aircraft is, again, as you mentioned, it's going to be a safety issue. It's also going to be a comfort level for passengers as well, and take that stress level for those flying very high.
Very quickly, Robert, though, do you think it is an opportunity for the airlines to now charge an additional fee for a quiet cabin?
Oh, I think our airlines are always looking for ways to generate fees, but I think this is one that they've heard loud and clear from both passengers, from the flight attendants. It's not going to be a popular thing to have, and I can't imagine them investing the millions of dollars it would take to have something that's really that controversial and not that popular.
Robert Valenta from the Flight Association of Professional Flight Attendants, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.